Hey guys, Helen Hart Smith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. Hope you're having a good day. I am. It's a humid, nasty day. That's why I'm filming inside. I try to film outside as much as possible when the weather is nice and stuff, but if I can't breathe, then sometimes it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? If it's too warm. Even inside here with the central air, it's a little warm. So I got some things to help me out with that. Woo! Anyhow, so I am here to record my video for my Master Spell series for 2018. And if you've been watching, which I know you have been, you know that we've been working with perseverance. You know that I have been working with perseverance, and some of you might be taking this road with me. So this video is for Virgo. And so let's talk about our correspondences for Virgo, okay? So if you are born between August 23rd and September 22nd, then congratulations, you're a Virgo, otherwise known as the Virgin. I have two very special people in my life that are Virgos, and one of them is my brother. Happy belated birthday, bro. We celebrated last week. And Kathy's birthday is actually in this time period as well. And we've already celebrated her birthday as well. But happy birthday, Kathy. We celebrated with both of them. So if anyone is so inclined, send Kathy, leave a message here and give her some belated birthday love, and she will totally dig that. So anyhow, Virgo is ruled over by the planet Mercury. And so the planetary properties for Mercury are communication and travel. Now, Virgo is an earth sign. And if you're like any of my lovely Virgos in my life, they can be a little organized. That's a pretty good description for the Virgos in my life. Not that that's a bad thing or anything else. It is just a trait that we love and embrace and accept. Right? Yes. So anyhow, it's also mutable in its qualities. Now, the stones that are associated with Virgo would be sapphire, which is the if you look at like the normal run-of-the-mill gemstones, sapphire is the gemstone for the month of September. But agate is also associated with Virgo. And there is all kinds of agates out there, guys. So any of those could be used for Virgo, okay? Now, for flowers and herbs, we've got rosemary, coneflower, and valerian. All really cool plants that I have what do you call it? Grown. Geez, why are words escaping me today? I'm super sorry. I've grown all of these at one point or another. Valerian, I used to have at another house that I lived in, had a beautiful red valerian. Oh, it was so beautiful. I wish I would have brought it here, but I didn't or something. So that's pretty sad. And I haven't been able to find another one. Colors. Boy, I'm feeling kind of random today. Sorry. Colors that are associated with Virgo are pale blue, gold, and peach, which are kind of interesting colors. Okay, so let's talk about what I'm doing in the month of September to help with my perseverance. To be honest with you, this tail end of August, beginning of September has been a really busy time for me between work and home. And so I haven't actually worked any specific spell work for this month. If anything, I guess you could consider that I have been mentally preparing myself. I recently had a couple of doctor's appointments. The first one, I needed to have the first one so that I could go back to my general practitioner doctor, which I have been trying to get back to my doctor for a number of months. There were some testing and things like that he wanted me to do after our initial appointment, and he said it'll take 6 weeks. Well, no, friends, it did not take 6 weeks. It took more like 3 months for me to get all of these tests and doctor's appointments in. So I finally got that last appointment that I was waiting for. I had to postpone for it was 3 times I had to reschedule this appointment with my general practitioner. And so I went to him last week, I think it was. So I've been mentally preparing myself for this because, well, I've been grieving. We know this. So I'm not going to make excuses for myself. I have been grieving, and I have allowed myself to fall back into some unhealthy habits, especially concerning food. And I knew that I had put some weight back on, and I wasn't beating myself up about it because I knew that I needed to have this time to kind of go through that grieving process. And I think I've talked about this a little bit in other videos. I've talked about the fact that I know that I'm grieving, and I'm aware of my situation, and trying to be aware of timing and things like that. I've never been a person prone to depression, but you never know when something like that could kick in. And so there are some people that are near and dear to me that are affected by depression. And so I see how that affects them, and it concerns me for them. And so I didn't want to kind of find myself in that kind of a situation. And so knowing that this doctor's visit was coming up, I was preparing myself because I thought for sure that I was going to get this, this stern talking to and stuff like that. And so I was mentally getting myself ready to say, okay, I've allowed myself to grieve. And can I then say, I don't think I could really say that, I'm done grieving, because I don't think that you can really say that for yourself. But I think that I can say, okay, it's time to kind of get start moving back towards something that's more positive in my life. And so that's kind of where I was at. And so I had that doctor's appointment, and my doctor, it was only the second time that I'd seen him because I had to get this new doctor. And so he's a really cool dude, and I'm really glad that I ended up going with him. If you haven't watched my Master Spell series from last year, I started going to this female doctor, and she was pregnant when I went to see her. And so she had her child, and she decided that she didn't want to come back to work. Great for her. You can stay home and raise your babies, but bad for me because now I got to find another doctor. But I started going to this new doctor, and he was really cool. Where I expected to be, yelled at, so to speak, he didn't. And we talked about how my mom had passed, and how it's been basically 4 months. I think June, July, August, September. Yeah, it's been 4 months since she passed. And so what does that do? And I talked to him about, the grieving process and stuff like that. And he's he's like, he understands. And so, I think unconsciously, I was allowing myself the time to this appointment. And then I knew that after this appointment, I had to persevere. I had to persevere and I had to move forward. And so that's kind of what's happened thus far. I've gotten kind of back into a better mental state for continuing this healthy life and moving forward with that. I felt kind of bad last week because I didn't get any videos recorded and posted. But that was just because the week was super busy. And so I know that, I enjoy doing these videos for you guys, and I've gotten some really positive feedback from folks. And so that is awesome. And that, helps to motivate me and to come out the other side of this really unfortunate loss. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm feeling a lot more, I'm feeling a lot more positive, I guess is like the best word maybe that's not even the best word. I'm feeling like I'm picking up. I feel like I was kind of on pause for a little bit. And while I had some good days and some bad days and things like that, I feel like I'm not on pause anymore. And maybe that's the best way for me to explain it. So, I'm not really, I don't want to say happy. That's weird, right? I'm mentally ready to move forward. How's that? And to share things and to continue on my healthy journey and things like that. And so let's take this time and learn from it and move forward and make something positive out of something super crappy. How's that? So that's kind of where I'm at. No formal spell work this month. There's always next month, which or not even next month, next period, next house. There we go. And so the next house is Libra. So that should be some interesting stuff there. So that's going to be it for this video. If you liked this video or learned something from it, then please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It's fun here. That's what I'm told anyhow. And so leave me a comment if you've got some encouragement for me. I'm always down for taking on encouragement. And that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for walking the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.